What's good with y'all boys, man? It's B-Man Reacts, and today we're back with another video, and today we're back with something slightly different. I had to find other videos to react to, and this was something that I've been wanting to react to for a while, and I finally found her YouTube channel because I seen another guy talking about her video, but it's about why black men's love for natural hair doesn't add up. Now, as an advocate for a man who believes in natural beauty and preferring to date a woman that is natural, we're going to see what she's talking about and see if I can debunk her points from my opinion, and maybe I'll be able to advocate for a lot of the guys, which I think I'm pretty good at doing. But without a further ado, let's get into the video.
Black men when I look like this. Black men do not check for me when I look like this. The only time I feel like I get a strong pull and a strong reaction from black men is when I wear a wig.
Guys will be like, oh, I love natural hair. Da, da, da. I'm just like, no, you love a type of natural hair. Don't lie.
Real. Black men say they love natural hair, but when the twist out shrinks, the curls frizz, and the wash and go is a wash and no, the love seems to disappear.
Okay, now let me get started here. Like this, if we're saying this is this girl's natural hair, which I believe it is, I would say I like this. If let's say if this girl walked up to me or I walked up to her, I would definitely like her hair. Now I will say I wish she wasn't wearing makeup because I prefer women that don't wear makeup, and I don't know if she's going somewhere after this, but I don't really like girls that wear makeup. Honestly, in my personal opinion, typically if a girl looks good with makeup, typically she's ugly without it, and if a girl looks bad with makeup, that means she looks good without it. This girl right here, if I want to get into looks, she looks decent with makeup, so I give her, maybe without makeup she'll probably be like a good 6.5. Now I know to the girls that do watch my videos, y'all probably be like, well, that bitch is that girl is a 10. That girl's, let's calm down. There's no such thing as a 10. Nobody's perfect. And it's my 2 is my personal opinion, and 3, being rated a 6, 7, 8, or 9 isn't bad. Even being rated a 5 or a 4 isn't bad. But most people are average looking or below average looking, so being a 6 already puts you in a higher caliber than most women. Or most people.
Now let's be real, there's a difference between loving natural hair and loving the idea of it. Because when they hype it up, they're not picturing 4C kinky coily hair, shrinkage, a short afro. No, they're thinking about that shoulder length, loose curl, type 3, you know, the type that fits the beauty standard. And this does not go for all black men or all men in general. But today we're pointing fingers.
Okay, never mind. She already done said we're just talking about specifically about the ones that don't, not the ones that do. Okay.
Fingers at the men whose shoe fits. So let's talk about it. Do black men truly love natural hair? Let's break it down and look at the receipts. Thanks for tuning in to the Girl Talk you didn't know you needed. Now, I'm not saying that you have to subscribe. You are a classy woman. You do not give that up for free.
I see I'm in enemy territory now. She said to women, so her channel is mostly directed towards women. Well, boys, I didn't officially crossed over. Ain't no going back now.
But hopefully at the end of this video, we become bestie enough to where you feel like you can don't even realize that their beauty standards have been shaped by society, media, and personal experiences. Let me explain. For decades, straight hair has been the default, the beauty standard, the look that gets the most praise. And for a lot of black men, their first introduction to black womanhood was through their mothers. They grew up watching their mothers relax, straighten, or even hide their natural hair. They saw the
Okay, I know she was directing this to some men, to the men that experience this, but from my personal experiences, when I was born, a lot of women in my family, they had natural hair. They very rarely put on wigs, and if they did have braids, it would be their natural hair braided. They never put in weave and stuff like that. Now, maybe on occasions they would, but most of the women in my family, they were true advocates of styling their natural hair or doing something with their natural hair. They didn't really believe in putting on wigs and using weave and stuff like that. But I'm speaking for myself here, and maybe other men who can relate to me, but obviously she's talking about a specific type of man.
Frustration. They saw the struggle, basically the idea that natural hair was too much work or that it was unpresentable. Now look, I'm not saying it's entirely their fault, but let's be real. If the first woman they've ever loved never embraced, never loved, or shown love to her hair, why would they? And also, what message do you think that sent? So by the time they start forming their own beauty preferences, that could
maybe that's why, like, I prefer my women natural, with no makeup, or if they do, only on occasions, in natural hair. Because I've been around a lot of women that happen to now wear wigs and stuff like that. Maybe that's why. She might be onto something.
Was already set in place. But I don't think y'all ready for that conversation, and I feel like a lot of y'all are already mad at me right now, and I really don't have time to beef with none of y'all today because I know y'all are running to that keyboard. Look, I'm just the messenger. So let's move past personal experiences and talk about something even bigger. Social media. We all know social media controls the beauty standards.
Definitely.
I mean, it's inevitable at this point. But here's the real reason why natural hair doesn't get as much love as the bust down. Natural hair doesn't give them the same trophy girlfriend or baby mama aesthetic they see online. We've all heard it before. I want a real woman, no wigs, no makeup, all natural.
I prefer a natural woman, right?
Real.
Like all the eyelashes, between the eyelashes, the hair, all the makeup. Then you got the nails. It's just too much.
But these same men are drooling and double tapping these Instagram models, influencers, and rapper girlfriends' posts. And let's be honest, most of these women have the same thing in common, the baddie aesthetic. And I'm not saying that the afro and kinks don't fit into that aesthetic or they can't fit into that aesthetic. Cause trust me, you can be a baddie with an afro. I mean, hello. But that's not the version that gets pushed the most. Social media has defined what's desired the most. The long, sleek hair, the sleek edges, 40-inch bust down. That polished, hyper-feminine aesthetic that basically gives high class or high status. That's the look that's constantly praised and associated with being high maintenance, desirable, and the prize.
Our next contestant is Warren.
Now, I will say she could have maybe put her hair in a ponytail. Just saying. But is it bad? No. There's nothing wrong with this, honestly. Other than the outfit. I mean, the outfit is fine. I'm just nitpicking. I'm bullshitting. There's nothing wrong with this. But I know a lot of people aren't going to like this. And for the record, niggas do not like BBLs. They like to fuck women with BBLs, but we do not like it. Just because we'll stick our dicks in it or we like it doesn't mean we love it. Most niggas, I would argue and say, most men, we do not want women with BBLs. To all the women that watch my YouTube channel, do not get a BBL. Your natural ass is perfect the way it is. If you want to do something to it, just hit the gym, do your squats, work on your glutes, do your cardio and stuff like that. If you want your ass to be rounder and firmer, do it naturally. Don't take the fat out your stomach and put the fat back into your ass. And then don't get it over exaggerated where it's looking like the P shape, the letter P, where the ass looks is all fat and wide like a horse ass. No.
Okay, so there's no more balloons, so go ahead and go.
Meanwhile, a woman rocking her 4C fro, a twist out, or a TWA.
Okay, another example. This is pretty, and it fits her face. Now, I will say some women... See, the thing is with beauty standards is not everybody fits the exact same beauty standard. Everybody has to find their own aesthetic. Now, for me, I have a few different aesthetics because I had my hair out. Before I got dreads, I used to have my hair out in the afro, and my hair was curly and stuff like that. Obviously, unless I just picked it out or whatever, then it'd be a little, not matted, but it wouldn't be as full length. Y'all know how us black people have shrinkage. So it would shrink up and then I would just pick it out a little bit. So it wouldn't look exactly like this. But now whenever I would get my hair done, get twists or braids or something like that, and have that twist out or braid out, it looks something like this. Now this is very fitting. Now a lot of women can't pull this exact hairstyle off. Now I do know there's a lot of women that I have talked to and messed with in the past, or just know female friends that can pull off the natural hair look. Not every girl can pull it off. But
she's often labeled as cute or a natural queen.
People see me out like this, hair out, no nails, no lashes, and they be like, yes, beautiful, natural black queen, natural African black sister.
But she's not necessarily in the same group, or she's not in the same category as the...
Okay. Who do I pick? I would pick her easy. Like I said, I do not like girls with makeup, and this makeup makes her look ugly. If you look, like I said, if you look good, if the makeup makes you look good, I have to see what she looks like without makeup, though. But she's more than likely pretty because the makeup is ugly. And it kind of looks caked. And obviously she got cleavage out to get bonus points. The brows are a little exaggerated a little bit. I hope she wasn't pumping her lips. But this aesthetic, I'd rather date and be with somebody that looks like, well, not exactly like this, but natural, than a girl like this. Because it really tells me a lot about your character.
Baddie. So it may not be the men that hate natural hair, it's just that they've been trained to see a certain look as the ultimate level of beauty. Because let's take a second to think, when was the last time you seen a black male rapper, athlete, influencer showing off a woman with a tight 4C kinky afro? Leave them in the comments down below. They love calling black women queens, especially the ones that rock their 4C afro. But their ideal girlfriend, their ideal wife, their ideal baby mama, she's always rocking a bust down. And I'm not throwing any shots, I promise y'all. I'm just breaking down the facts. And these aren't just random celebrities, y'all. These are the men that these guys look up to. They see these high status men flaunting a certain type of woman, and whether they realize it or not, it influences them to want that same type of woman. It influences their preferences and what they see fit in the beauty standard. So even if they claim to love natural hair, their attraction has already been shaped by what they see online. Social media tells them what's desirable, and for a lot of them, that doesn't include a tight 4C afro or a wash and go. Now, I want to try to give these men some benefit of the doubt. They say they love natural hair, right? But in reality, I feel like they only love our natural hair when it's in its kept state, when it's in its best stage with a little bow wrapped around it. That's when they love it the most. Think about it. When you hear a man say he loves natural hair, he's probably talking about a fresh wash and go, a fresh twist.
Okay, these are all cute examples. But now what she's saying is true to some degree, but then again, would you date women, which I think this will meet a lot of females in this video, would y'all date a man that, let's say his hair, he has afro, but it's not really well kept, it's like fresh off the wake up, kind of matted and stuff like that, not picked out, may have some oil in it and stuff like that, but it's matted and not looking the best? See, you have to still look presentable. There's one thing to have your natural hair, but make it look presentable. That's what I would say. Like this is beautiful. This is great. This is stunning. Now imagine this hairstyle that's tired. It'll still look nice, but it'd be like, okay, it's time to take it down. I like this style. I like this style too. All these women, I think this is the same. These are all the same girl, but no, I think they're different. But this is all beautiful. Like I said, to a degree, you should have some decorum to you.
Twist out, edges laid, curls defined. But let's be real, natural hair isn't always looking Instagram ready. Shrinkage, frizz, and accidentally forgetting to put your bonnet on the night before is a package deal. If you've been there, you know.
You ugly and your breath stank, your credit all up, you smell like a fish tank, you done lost your edges, your wig sitting this way.
And then your man be laying next to you, and then you wake up and your bonnet is across the room and he looking at you like you crazy.
Who the f is your hair? What? Nah, I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone.
That's happened too many times. Natural hair takes so much effort. Pre-pooing, shampooing, conditioning, deep conditioning, letting it air dry, detangling it. Oh my goodness, y'all, it's so much.
Let me hear say
Nah, the wash days when I would have them, especially when I was taking down my hair before I just said fuck it and got dreads. Bro, oh my fucking goodness, that shit was a pain in the ass. Especially because my hair is naturally thick,
and a lot of
too,
men
and
just
curly.
Don't get that. So they get surprised.
Oh no, I
when
get
some
it
days our
1000%
natural hair
because I
just
related
isn't
to that.
reaching its best potential, and maybe they don't want to deal with that because they've been conditioned to accept perfection. These same men who are loving our freshly defined, fresh wash and go hair will be the same men that will side eye you when they see your hair in its raw, natural, untouched state.
So I'm in between hairstyles right now, and this guy came up to me. He's always complimenting me on my hairstyles because, you know, I keep my hair done. But I'm just letting my natural hair breathe, and he has the nerve to say, when are you getting your hair done again? And I said, why did you ask me that? And he's like, because your hair is nappy.
There's nothing wrong with
and
her
I'm
hair,
like,
though.
are you kidding me? I'm thinking, no, the he didn't. Yes, I have naps. My hair is coily, 4C to be exact, but that doesn't mean it's not beautiful.
Natural hair is okay, but only when it's perfectly styled. The moment it's not looking polished, suddenly it's just not as cute anymore.
If you're going to the
And I also
gym,
wanna dig
it shouldn't
deeper into
matter.
the theory that black women are treated differently based on the style that they have at the moment. Let's be real, we can switch up our hair multiple times in a month if we wanted to, and the different style that we have, a different reaction can come with it. Now,
That
I've
is
already
true.
done a deep dive on why black women change their hair so frequently, so if you want to watch that video, I will leave it
Actually,
in
I
the
wanna watch this video. I may even react to it, and I may do a poll if y'all respond to that poll. And ask, should I drop it if and when I record it?
description box below. Trust me, it's a good one. But according to the girls, the hair theory is real. And with as many styles as we can rock, afro, silk presses, braids, bust downs, we already know each one is gonna come with a different reaction, especially for men. Not that we're looking for it. I'm not saying that we're looking for it. So for you men that are watching, we're not doing our hairstyles to get a reaction out of you, trust. I'm sorry, I just had to let that be known.
The hair theory actually exists for black women too, but this time we're gonna get deep. Because I want to talk about the different men that approaches me depending on what hairstyle I'm wearing. And it gets very specific, because you see how my fro is right now? It's giving pure black, okay? It's giving fresh out the shower,
So you
straight out
think
the motherland black. And when my hair is like this,
I wonder
it's
if you
foreign
pull
black
most
men.
of
I'm
them
talking about
black
like Caribbean immigrants and African immigrants that hollers at me. And if there's an American black man hollering at me, he's pro-black. The kind of man that calls me his Nubian queen and compliments my eyes like melted chocolate straight from God itself.
As a black woman, it's really crazy noticing the different types of men you attract when you have different hairstyles in your head. And I don't know if it's just me, but when a man only shows attraction in like wigs and straight hair and not my braids and my locks, it's an immediate no, immediate turn off.
Let's say you were rocking your hair last week, but now you decide to wear a wig. That same man who say he loved natural hair, when you put that wig on, he's sliding into them DMs. Oh, but what happened when I had the curls out? Oh, okay. Let your type 4 coils be the center of attention and suddenly the energy shifts. It's not just about preferences anymore. It's about how they perceive femininity. Because for some men, femininity is soft, flowy, effortless. And when your hair doesn't
That's
fit
how
that mold,
femininity should
it's
be.
bold, it's coily, it defies gravity. It challenges their idea of what femininity even looks like. And that brings me to my next point. Now this may rile up some feathers, but I've already said what I've said, so I might as well keep going. A lot of men subconsciously link femininity to length and texture. They'll say they
I
love
can
natural
see
hair,
that.
but if your afro is just a little bit too short, oh, then it's too masculine. So
I mean, I can see it from both sides, because like her hair doesn't give masculine. Like I said, I had an afro. Actually, I have hair. I went from having a bald fade to the low cut to afro to braids, twist, and all types of stuff in my head to dreads, and then eventually I'm gonna cut it all off and go to waves, stuff like that. So I understand it. So a lot of this, the talk about the hair talk, I understand it, because I didn't went through this walk of life when it comes to hair. But I will say some women, when they have a little afro, they do be giving off a little boy. I'm not gonna lie. Even some women that I know or have talked to in the past will say, damn, I look like a little boy with this mini afro. It just depends on how you look. Like I said, everybody looks good in different styles and different fonts and different contexts. Like some women have the face that looks good with wigs. Some women may have a puffier face, so they may have to get longer hair that covers up their face, so you won't see the puffiness of their face. Some people have real strong jawline, so they look good, objectively look good in a lot of hairstyles. Some may have a medium-sized face where it's kind of have a jawline, but kind of doesn't have a jawline. Like a little fat, but it's still like a jawline. Like kind of like hers a little bit. You can see how it's a little roundish, but it still shapes up like a nice. Well, she does have a nice jawline, by the way. Like how it's kind of rounded, like an oval shape, kind of like jawline. So for her, this low cut hairstyle would look good on her, or maybe even a little long hair if she were to put on a wig or put on some braids. But every man, every woman has the different types of hairstyles that they look good. And like for me, when my hair was, well, I don't know what my hair look like now since I'm older when I cut it and get waves. Since now I'm older, my face matured more. My face is somewhat defined more, especially since I hit the gym. Ooh, I can't wait till the jawline comes in. Then I had to see what it looks like, and I have facial hair. But I look my best as of right now when my hair was either in twists, well, 2-strand twists, braids, and then when I got dreads, it looked good on my face because it covered some of my face, like some of the features, because my face, I wouldn't say it's big, but it's kind of, I have a more rounder face, so for me, I would kind of have to cover up my face a little bit. Obviously, once my facial hair started growing, it kind of made my jawline look a little bit more defined, since now I have a beard that covers up most of my jawline. So now, from the appearance, it appears that my jawline is more defined because of that. And as my beard grows, eventually, if my beard grows real big, then it'll start looking like my jaw. If it's not taken care of, my beard could look like my face is like fat, or it could look like, if I take care of my beard, which I do, and comb it in, keep it trimmed and stuff like that, then it'll look like my jawline is more defined. So I may be able to pull off a lower cut now because of that. But typically, when you have a round face, low cuts don't really look good on you. Or hairstyles where you put it up, it doesn't look as good because your face is rounder, so it's not as appealing. Will you still attract some people? Yes, but you're not looking at your best, so to speak. Like, some women can pull off the poofy afro, some women can't. It's just based off of your face and your jawline and all of that, and how your overall aesthetic looks. Like Doshi, she can pull off the afro look. Does it look the best? I wouldn't say she's the best example of pulling it off, but she can still pull it off. Can she pull off braids? Yes, definitely. Like, you just have to have the face for it. And a saying that my mom said a long time ago, you have to have the face for certain styles. Like, not everybody has that same style for that same face. Like, a lot of people can look good in dreads, but a lot of people can also not look good in dreads. It just depends.
Do men love natural hair, or do they only love it when it mimics the length and texture that they've been taught to see as feminine? The tea is, long, silky hair has always been pushed as the ideal of what makes a woman soft and feminine. And due to this, natural type 4, especially type C hair in its unmanipulated state, is often viewed as strong, bold, and masculine. And not because it is, it's just because it doesn't fit that dainty, soft image that they've associated with womanhood.
Stop saying black girls.
I'm not gonna lie. Her with a little afro, it doesn't exactly fit her. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not trying to hoe or be that guy, but you kind of do look like a boy. I'm gonna be honest.
Look like a boy.
But this is the perfect example of what I'm talking about, how certain hairstyles fit certain people. Like her, she doesn't fit the low mini afro, but she does, as y'all can see. Another image, if I can find it. Or this girl, she fits this afro, but her, she doesn't really fit the style and the aesthetic of it, but she fits it. See what I mean? How different hairstyles look good on different people, look good or bad depending on the person.
Darker skin and kinkier textures are labeled as tough or even aggressive.
And everybody's buzzing about it on Twitter, so I gotta ask whatever. It's like, you like black, you said you like black girls, but you said it's just like...
I answered this question earlier. I just said I don't like women with my complexion. I like light.
Now, Kodak's hairstyle, this doesn't really fit him. It looks ugly. Him would actually went, especially when he started getting healthier and got off the drugs. At that one point in time, a lot of y'all girls were talking about some, oh, Kodak, low-key fine for. He just needed to take care of himself. He looks better with that low cut or a well taken care afro. No homo.
And women, I want you to be lighter than me. I love African American women, but I just don't like my skin complexion.
Okay. Well, I like your skin complexion.
We too gutter. Black people, my complexion, we too gutter. Light skinned women, they more sensitive, you know?
Some dark skinned women out here sensitive.
No, they too tough. Light skinned women, we could break them down more easy, you know what I'm saying?
So when a woman confidently embraces her hair, her tight, coily, unapologetically shrinkage-filled hair, it challenges the very foundation of what some men believe femininity is supposed to look like. And let's take a step even further back and talk about the women, the beautiful women who rock the buzz cut. No curls, no kink, baby, they're just serving face. Imagine how some of these dusty men panic when they see a beautiful woman with little to no hair. Because if that so-called man's beauty standard is tied so closely to hair, the buzz cut strips away any illusion he might have had about what is beautiful, because there's literally no hair there.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It depends on what your definition of femininity is. But if you ask me, a girl with too many tattoos, that's kind of giving nigga. Because typically men would typically get tattoos. And if a woman gets the tattoo, as long as it's in like, it still keeps her femininity. Like if it's like a small back tattoo, cool. If it's like a little leg tattoo, cool. A thigh tattoo, cool. chest tats, stomach tats, stuff like that. But once it gets on the arms and stuff like that, it starts to give a nigga. You start looking more niggish than women. I do agree with that 100%. Crazy take, but I agree with it. You start losing some of your femininity. Another example of this would be like a nigga that's a fashion nigga that wears oversized clothes or wears certain clothing, and it takes away some of his masculinity.
Woo, that'll do it. You don't have to worry about me. You do not have to worry about me.
I big chopped my hair 9 months ago, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit nervous. I was scared that having short hair was going to give off a certain perception. Maybe people would see me as more masculine, or maybe people would see me as older, because I'm not gonna lie, I feel like my big chop has maybe added a few more years to my age, but maybe that's just me being vulnerable. Despite all of that, my big chop is one of the best.
Well, I haven't seen you a full on, like, different videos of you with long hair, but based off of what I'm seeing, you look amazing with short hair. Not to sound like I'm pandering, but I'm just being real, being completely honest. Y'all know my channel is about realness. But like I said, it just depends. Like this girl right here, you kind of do give nigga. Look at your tattoos. You're kind of bald. But look at her. She doesn't give nigga. You can still tell she's a girl. Her hair is nice. Skin is nice. I wish she wasn't wearing makeup, but still nice. And we did see that little snippet of her when she had her hair. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Fuck. I can't find that shit. But she looked very attractive without it, without makeup. So props to you. Like this, a tattoo right here, I would say is feminine. Still doesn't portray, like if it's an arm tattoo, it just depends. Once you get full sleeves and stuff like that, it's not given. But yeah, that overall it's not bad. It's just how you make it. Everybody is entitled to their own preference. I have my own preferences. So whatever you like is what you like, no matter how good it is, no matter how bad it is. Kodak said he prefers lighter women, which I ain't gonna lie. Every time I have dated a dark-skinned woman, they tend to display a lot of more masculine tendencies. They're more aggressive, toxic, arrogant, more cocky, and it's just so much. That's why I typically try to stray away from dark skin. I prefer brown skin or light skin women, me personally. Now, if I do date a dark skin, she got to be very attractive for me to want to date her. Other than that, I'm not going on my way to date somebody that's dark skinned. But ain't nothing wrong with that. That's my preference. It's like somebody who says I date dark skinned women only, and I don't date light skinned women or brown skinned women. There's nothing wrong with that.
Going to give off a certain perception. Maybe people would see me as more masculine, or maybe people would see me as older, because I'm not gonna lie, I feel like my big chop has maybe added a few more years to my age, but maybe that's just me being vulnerable. Despite all of that, my big chop is one of the best things I think I have ever done with my hair, and I don't think it took away from my femininity at all. So now the question falls, do men actually love natural hair, or do they love the idea of it? Because when we break it down, it seems that men only love natural hair when it fits into their version of pretty. And if we're being real, a lot of the natural hair love that's online isn't translating into real life, according to the receipts. But now I want to hear from you. Do you think black men actually love natural hair, or do you just think it's a social media?
I say a lot of men do like natural hair. Now, there's always going to be ones that don't. But let's see what the comments are saying real quick. As a black woman, when you stop caring what men think, especially black men, you set yourself free. Guarantee you she will be dating women. The black men I do attract with natural hair are usually old. Dark-skinned women, too tough. Light-skinned women are emotional. You can break them down easier. Now, I ain't gonna lie, when Kodak said that, that was a little wild. I genuinely stopped caring. I had multiple experiences that upset me. I'm not closing myself up because I love black men, but I will not cater to specific individuals with internalized racism. I don't think it has anything necessarily to do with racism. I notice when they talk about natural hair, it's a certain hair type. Also, girl, your hair is beautiful. Her hair is beautiful, yes. Most of us black men buzz our hair shorter than our eyelashes. When little boys in our neighborhood would see my sister's fro, she might be quick to say nappy head, but they don't even know that they have very same hair. Light-skinned women can break down more easily. This is such a diabolical thing to say. I agree. Who cares what they like? Do what you like for yourself. I went undercover as a white girl on Discord to see how I be treated. Dark-skinned black man in DMs. I asked his type, and he goes, I don't date black women, too much attitude. I show him 20+ pics of gorgeous black girls. He says they look like men. Deleted. It hurts my eyes. Crazy. He said he lies to black women just to avoid them and wouldn't have DM'd me if my PFP was black. After 4 days, I told him I was black. He instantly begged for pics. I saw I was light skinned and goes, if you were honest, I would have stayed. Before that princess treatment, he offered to pay for food. Said, I can't believe you're even talking to me after black. That's not preference. It's self-hate. This is not just hearing men say they look all natural in women, but if the lashes and nails are not done, they don't like it, and they definitely treat you differently when you're put together. I once was talking with this guy, and during the first dates, I had my nails done, but once I removed them, he said, Ravana, when are you doing your nails? Your cuticles need to be cut. I was shook. First of all, my nails were bare, but nicely cut down with a clear polish, and the skin around was fine. Second, what kind of guy talks about cuticles? Hey man, he may have just been metrosexual, may have been deep in his stuff. When black men say they like natural hair, they mean the curly texture 3C4A. Like I said, I defended my points of my preference, and I think I spoke for some men, not all men. Oh, I'm just peeping that her thumbnail is just her when she had long hair. See, she looked good with long hair, but she looks better with short hair though. My personal opinion. But anyways, that's long enough. Hopefully you stay to the end. Y'all heard my opinions and my takes, which I think they're right. Well, I know most of them are right. Now, if you don't agree with them, oh well, they are my preference. If you don't like my preference, then oh well, tough titty. We all have preferences that we may or may not like. And yeah, other than that, I hope y'all liked the video and enjoyed it. With that being said, though, let's see how y'all like this video. With that being said, though, I'm out. Peace.